I sat on the edge of the bed, nervously twisting the corner of my scarf in my hands. The house was silent, except for the ticking of the clock on the wall. My heart pounded as I waited for my husband, Ollie, to come home. I had been carrying a truth for too long, and tonight I had promised myself I would finally tell him. I just didn't expect that the truth, no matter how painful, would destroy everything between us. Ollie walked in, tired from work, setting his briefcase by the door. He gave me a small nod, his face blank, and went straight to wash up. We had grown distant over the past few months. His warm smiles and gentle touch had slowly disappeared, replaced by cold silence. I waited until he sat down with his tea before I began to speak. "There's something I need to tell you," I said, my voice trembling. He looked up, his eyes narrowing with suspicion even before I continued. "It's about what happened last year. About why I was in Lahore for so long." I saw the wall go up in his eyes instantly, but I pushed forward. "I didn't go for a job interview like I told you," I admitted, tears stinging my eyes. "I went because my mother was seriously ill, and she didn't want anyone to know. She made me promise to keep it from you, from everyone. She didn't want pity." Ollie's face tightened. "So you lied?" he asked, his voice cold. "I didn't lie to hurt you," I said quickly. I didn't know how to explain it without breaking her trust. She passed away 2 months later. I was with her in the hospital until her last breath. Ollie scoffed, shaking his head. "And you expect me to believe this now? After all this time? Why now?" "I couldn't carry it anymore," I said desperately. Every day I saw the distance growing between us. I thought if I finally told you the truth, we could fix what's broken. He stood up, pacing the room. "You disappear for weeks, lie to me, and now suddenly you want honesty? What am I supposed to think? Maybe you weren't even in Lahore." My stomach twisted at his words. "You think I was with someone else?" I whispered, hurt filling my chest. "What else am I supposed to believe?" he shouted. "You lied. That's all that matters. I can't trust you anymore." I got up and tried to reach for his hand, but he pulled away. "Please, Ollie, don't throw everything away. I loved my mother. She begged me not to tell anyone. I was stuck between being a daughter and being a wife. I didn't choose to hurt you." But he wasn't listening. He grabbed his car keys and headed for the door. "I need air," he muttered before slamming the door behind him. That night, I sat alone in the darkness, replaying every moment, every word. I had finally spoken the truth, and it had only made things worse. Maybe I should have told him earlier. Maybe I should have trusted him more. But maybe, deep down, he had already stopped believing in me long ago. The next morning, he didn't come back. Nor the one after that. I called his phone countless times, sent messages that went unanswered. Days turned into weeks. I saw his brothers come to collect some of his things one day. They didn't speak to me. Just nodded politely and left. I tried going to his office, but he had taken leave. I even reached out to his mother, but she simply said, "Ollie needs time. And you gave him every reason to question your words." Her judgment felt like a slap, even though I understood where she was coming from. Friends asked what had happened. I had no answer that made sense. Telling the truth was supposed to set me free. But instead, it buried me in loneliness and silence. I wandered through our empty home, now filled with memories and regrets. One evening, I sat by the window, staring at the setting sun. I held a photo of us on our wedding day, remembering how certain we had been, how sure we were that love would always be enough. But love without trust is like a bird with broken wings. It can't go far. I wrote him a letter, the last one I'd ever write. I didn't ask him to come back. I just wanted him to know that I told the truth not to save myself, but because he deserved it. I slipped it into the mailbox and let go. Now, months later, everything is finished. The silence has settled into my bones, and the pain has dulled into a quiet ache. I don't know where he is, or if he ever reads the letter. All I know is that the truth came too late, and the cost of it was everything I once held dear.